Hey everyone. I get notifications of tweets and tweets quoted by Marty Tancliffe. As I say, his case is in many ways so similar to Brendan's. Most of us are familiar with his case. So let me share screen and show you the tweet, or at least his quote of the tweet. I believe I've got the term correct. So this is Robert Dunham, quoting himself. Florida Attorney General asks judge to block DNA testing in Tommy Ziegler case that state attorney agreed to. This is going to an article by the Orlando Sentinel, who is here. And he's put, because why would we want to let the truth get in the way of a possible wrongful execution? Let's say Marty quoted that comment by Robert Dunham. You wondering who Robert Dunham is? Executive Director, Death Penalty Information Center. Marty put, though, whenever I hear the government opposing DNA testing, that screams they are afraid of the truth. Don't run from it. Embrace it, love it, don't deny it, accept it. But this all rings so true, doesn't it, with our knowledge of the Steve and Brendan cases. The reluctance of the state to allow any more testing, particularly on the RAV4, when, saying, oh yes, we can get the bones to you at some point, when they knew perfectly well they'd handed them all back. If I just stop that a moment and go down to the article that I wanted to share with you. Do this, and you click on this. If I come back, show you what that's what's coming up when I go to the Orlando Sentinel. Unfortunately, our website is currently available in your country. We are engaged on the issue and committed to looking at options that support our full range of digital offerings to your market. We continue to identify technical compliance solutions that will provide all readers with our award-winning journalism. However, fortunately, I've got it up on my mobile phone. So if you'll forgive me, rather than having the text up on the screen, I will read through what the article says. But I will post links to the article whereby you will be able to read it based on whichever country you're in. And hopefully, if you're in America, you'll have no trouble getting the article. So the article title is Attorney General asks judge to block DNA testing in Tommy Ziegler case that state attorney agreed to. And this is by Monivet Cordero, June 2nd, 2021. Florida's Attorney General pushed back Tuesday on an agreement to allow additional DNA testing in the death penalty case of Tommy Ziegler, arguing it does not comply with Florida's procedural rules. They're arguing procedural bar. Ziegler, who is 75 years old, has spent more than 4 decades on death row after being convicted in the killings of his wife, her parents, and a customer at the family's Winter Garden furniture store in 1975. Orange Escolo State Attorney Monique Royal said last month that her office was supporting Ziegler's request for testing after multiple denials to ensure that there is no miscarriage of justice. But Attorney General Ashley Moody's office said Ziegler's request did not explain how additional testing will exonerate him or mitigate his sentence, according to court records. Before any evidence is released or tested, a judge should require Ziegler to clear those benchmarks. Assistant Attorney General Patrick Bobeck argued in a notice. Previous DNA testing has failed to exonerate Ziegler, and he has been unable to show how any further testing could contradict the testimony of the several witnesses who make his version of events impossible and unbelievable, Bobeck wrote. The stipulation is not a substitute for the requirements. Rowell's office declined to comment on Moody's decision. Ralph Terry Hadley, one of Ziegler's attorneys, said he was disappointed and questioned why Moody's office was trying to prevent additional DNA testing in the case. The state's own expert testified that the DNA testing we had proposed would show if Tommy Ziegler is innocent or guilty, he said. It would conclusively bring this case to a close. Why are they afraid of the truth? Why are they afraid to give us a chance? Moody's office did not immediately respond to a request for comment. Ziegler was found guilty for the killings of his wife, Eunice, her parents, Perry and Virginia Edwards, and customer Charles Mays, on December 24, 1975, at the Ziegler family furniture store on Dillard Street. Authorities said Ziegler shot his wife and mother-in-law to death, and then he fired at his father-in-law and Mays before smashing their skulls with a metal crank. Ziegler, who was shot in stomach, has always maintained his innocence, claiming Mays was part of a group who attempted to rob the store and killed the others. But Edward Williams, a handyman for the Ziegler family, told police that Ziegler had also tried to kill him that day at the furniture store, but the gun failed to fire. The rules for post-conviction DNA testing require defendants to testify under oath about their innocence and how the new DNA testing will exonerate them, according to Bobeck's notice. Ziegler was granted post-conviction DNA testing in 2001 that revealed his father-in-law's blood on May's shoes and pants leg, and excluded Perry Edwards' blood from some of the bloodstain on Ziegler's shirt. But the Florida Supreme Court ruled those results did not exonerate him, according to Moody's office. Post-conviction DNA testing also requires for prosecutors to be notified. In Ziegler's case, this would include Moody's office, which is a co-counsel in all post-conviction issues for death cases. This office was neither contacted nor consulted by either defense counsel or the state attorney's office prior to the filing of the joint stipulation, and was not served a copy of the pleading, Bobeck said. Instead, the filing first became known due to a news report. The agreement between Ziegler's attorneys and Rowell's office stipulated that the evidence would be tested by the American Society of Crime Laboratory Directors, Moody's office, though argued the evidence should be tested by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement unless Ziegler's attorneys could show why another lab should be used. A hearing in Ziegler's case has not been scheduled yet, according to court records. You know, it's just like so many other cases, isn't it? Like we're seeing with Steve and Brendan's case, well, Steve's in particular. You know, this idea that we don't want things tested because it will prove what we don't want it to prove. Anyway, that was as I say, thing I noticed. Guy Ziegler's been in prison for over 4 decades, you know, and he was shot in the stomach. Seems very bizarre, doesn't it? You know. Anyway, we'll catch you all again soon. Take care. Bye for now.